Hello trader, with the continued volatility on yen pairs, we can see that GBPJPY and dollar yen currently showing significant trading opportunity on the lower time frame. So before we look at how we can trade, let's quickly look at GBPJPY, looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in this market. Now we can see that GBPJPY, there was a massive gap open during the monthly opening, and we have seen almost 250 pip gap open in that zone. As a result, the market initially tested the high, and then we can see the price in fact has got a strong drop in this instrument from the monthly, and we could see that GJ could continue to drop to the downside to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the weekly perspective, we can see that previous weekly price action is a strong bearish candle here on GJ, creating series of lower high in that area. And with that series of lower high formation from the weekly perspective, GBPJPY this week, just today is the first day of trading week. From this market open, we have seen initial bounce, which is expected for deeper pullback, and the market now getting a rejection from the top. If we look at the daily chart, we can see that from the daily perspective in this instrument, the market is showing a typical reversal confirmation. Here we can see the bounce, pullback, another bounce, liquidity grab here, and also liquidity grab here. After grabbing multiple liquidity at different location, we can see that GBPJPY currently potentially having a stronger bearish price action. This is the impulse of this move, and if we closely look at from the daily, we can see that the market was moving in this bearish channel, which is a falling channel. That where we can see that from this resistance line there is a daily bearish engulfer crossing that daily 20 EMA, as well as from this resistance line, followed by another daily bearish liquidity candle, followed by we can see today's price action initially has bounced back up, and now we can see the sellers trying to sell this market, expecting this instrument potentially drop back to this long-term support level from the daily perspective. Now looking at the 4-hour time frame in this instrument, we can see that in this lower time frame the market trend is down here, and this is an important level of resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. So long-term resistance line here on GJ, and with that long-term resistance, the market currently from that level we can see slowly forming a bearish price action in this instrument. So this is the 4-hour time frame, expecting for this market to potentially drop to that support level for this potential move, and as soon as we will find suitable entry according to the price action confirmation, we can look for potentially selling this instrument to almost 300 pip. Let's see how far we can take once we see the price action confirmation. Looking at the dollar yen, we can see that from this dollar yen perspective, looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in this market as well, we can see dollar yen also strongly bear market here, and in this bearish market, this is the monthly gap open on dollar yen, and with that gap open, the market completely has broken below that level where there is a monthly support level, and as well we can expect this instrument to potentially drop to that liquidity zone, as there is a monthly 20 EMA as well as the monthly support zone here. Now dropping down to the weekly chart, we can see that from the weekly as well, it's a strongly bear market. There is a long week rejection here, followed by a strong bearish candle on dollar yen, and from the weekly there is a narrow weekly candle formation here, and with that weekly candle formation, expecting dollar yen to potentially retest and then to drop again to that weekly support level. Now if we look at the daily chart on dollar yen, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily price action from this resistance line here. This is an impulse here, followed by this pullback with a daily bearish engulfer. We can see the market again forming another bearish price action here, and this is the daily doji formation. Last day of trading week, we can see that there is a daily narrow candle formation. Initially we have seen that bounce, expecting for this market again to drop again to that support level, as we could see ultimately the market breaking that low, creating a new lower low in dollar yen as well. We can expect around 70 to 80 pip drop at least, or even further, as daily price action showing stronger bearish momentum. Now looking at intraday perspective here, we can see that 4 hour time frame, the trend is bearish. We have seen that bounce here, which is a pure liquidity grab, retested this long-term resistance, and from that zone we can see the drop, pull back to the upside, bearish engulfer. The market is potentially creating series of lower high and lower low. So this is the lower time frame price action that we would be waiting for a potential price action confirmation. As soon as we will find suitable entry on dollar yen, we'll be looking for selling opportunity in this instrument with a high probability trade setup. Traders, if you enjoyed this education and analysis, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.